Hello, Starshine. This is Smadar from Song of Stones, and I am a crystal whisperer, which means that I talk to stones and they talk to me. And these guys have been speaking to me, they've been whispering beautiful things in my ear, and they actually have a message for you that I'm going to be sharing in a moment. Let me tell you why I'm here with these guys today and who they are. So I have been putting together a light log post for this week to talk to you about vacation crystals. And I was actually going to show you my personal vacation crystals, which I might do at another time, but these guys started singing to me and they had a message that they wanted me to share with you about vacations. So they are the first priority. So we're going to speak to these guys today first. And then maybe I'll show you my personal vacation crystals and talk about those another time. So these guys are bloodstone from South Africa. The bloodstone from South Africa are referred to sometimes as dragon bloodstones. And they are, I can't tell you how much they have helped me personally. And so, of course, I have a very deep connection and love for the bloodstone crystals, and especially the dragon bloodstones. There is something very special about both the ones from India and the ones from South Africa, but today we're going to talk about these. So the reason I wanted to talk to you about vacation crystals is because I'm going to be taking a little bit of a vacation myself, and I started thinking about the summer months and how people are, this is vacation time. This is, people are off school. They're, if they're not off work, a lot of people are just slowing down, spending more times outdoors, doing road trips, going out to the cottage, and maybe even doing some big trips. I know some people who sometimes will take the whole summer and go somewhere, which is what a lovely thing to do. So vacations are bliss for most of us. Listen, not everybody's got their thing, right? Some people are happy. They're happiest when they're home, and that's great too. But the thing is we love to get where we're going, the destination, not always so much the travel to get there, unless the traveling is part of your vacation. Some people like to do road trips, and it can be a beautiful, beautiful thing to take your time and go through a country or a city or an area where you're able to just stop and enjoy the sights. If you see something that calls to you, you could just stop the car and go out and enjoy. But a lot of times vacations involve getting packed, getting organized, taking care of business at home or at work before you go. Then there's the whole having your travel documents and going through customs if you have to go through customs. And if you're doing an airline, there's the whole, getting there on time and going. I'm probably triggering people just talking about it. I know I'm starting to feel a little bit uneasy thinking about all that. Is your baggage going to make it through the weight restriction? Are you taking too much? Are you not taking enough? um, all the things. So what I always do when I travel, it never, like since I've discovered the crystals, I never go anywhere without gathering together a group of vacation crystals. And each time they're, well, okay, I do have my go-to vacation bundle, but most often I will take different crystals with me when I go, depending on what I'm needing in the moment, depending on where I'm going, depending on how long I'm going to be gone for, all kinds of things. I just listen in and feel into what I need in the moment, and the crystals will tell me too. So, for instance, I honestly did not know what I was going to say to you today until 5 minutes ago, truthfully. And it's not for the lack of trying to get a little more organized with my posting, but then at the last minute, this, they started to sing yesterday and then this morning Bloodstone, and I thought, oh, I love Bloodstone. And I was looking for, there is one particular Bloodstone that I just love, and I was not able to find. It's still missing. It's just, and crystals do this all the time. You probably hear me talking about the disappearing crystals, but they do that, and there's always a reason. They want to focus me somewhere else, so that crystal is hiding until I need it. And when I need it, I have no doubt it will show itself to me. That's just the way it is with the crystals. So these guys, just all of a sudden, I had a bunch of bloodstones in my hand, and I thought, oh, these are great crystals to take on vacation, because I know for me, my personal experience with them has been one of strengthening. When either I'm feeling a little like my blood sugar is low, or I'm just feeling fatigued, or I just need a boost of energy, physical energy. And I know for travel, we all, the person with the most abundant energy is going to need a little bit more for traveling, because it does take a lot out of us. And also, when we change, we're, human beings are creatures of, how do I want to put this? We love to have a home base. Home base is so important to us. I think I've spoken about this recently. It sounds familiar to me. Anyways, so having a tether to our heart, to our home, through the crystals, can really make vacationing and traveling just less stressful, more easeful, more joyful, more peaceful. And these guys, first of all, aren't they gorgeous? They're just gorgeous. The colors together, the green and the red. I mean, nature knows what it's doing, right? We copy nature all the time when it comes to design. And these guys are a beautiful example of that. And I chose some different ones because I wanted you to see and these are just a sample. Each single one is so different. I have one that's almost all clear quartz, and at the tip there is a drop of the bloodstone. It's very cool. It's kind of like the one in the corner left. You can sort of see how that, there's clear and then there's bloodstone, and they blend together so gorgeously. And then the one at the top left, I just love the yin yang of that one. One side is light, the other side is dark, and there's even that drop of the red on one side. It's an off-balanced yin yang, if that's possible, because everything's in balance ultimately. So let me get to the message of these crystals. So what they told me is they can help us, these guys, bloodstones, can help us when we're traveling. Our blood changes. And I don't know this, please don't quote me, because I don't know this as a fact. This is just what I'm getting from the crystals, and you can be sure that I'm going to look it up. I just did not have time to do that before I did this video. So when we travel, this is what I'm told from a reliable crystal source, that our blood changes. And it makes sense to think about it without checking, because we know that, you know, in warm countries and cold countries, our blood does get thicker or thinner depending on where we are. And also with the altitude, our blood changes. So that makes total sense. But even, this is what I'm getting, even when we are going even a few hours from home, the landscape, the atmosphere, the air, the temperature, everything can change, even just going an hour outside of where we normally are. So bloodstone can help us stay, I don't want to say stay regulated. That was the first thing that came to me to say, but that's not quite it. I'm being corrected. They help us to rebalance, to reharmonize. So our physiological changes are going to happen, but they can happen with stress, or they can happen with ease. And these guys are going to help us to allow the changes to happen with ease. So isn't that lovely? I love that message, and I'm gonna be carrying bloodstone with me for a while, because I have been feeling the shifts, you know, the universal shifts, because there's been a lot of it. I don't even need to get into that, because I know every single person here is going to be nodding their heads and saying they've been feeling it. Because even those of us who are not sensitive, who are not light workers, who are not empaths, are feeling the shifts in the air. And then we're starting to go into fall, and that's another shift that our bodies are starting to prepare for. Whether we are physically, whether we're changing, shifting our closets and our clothes, whether we're aware of the shifts or not, they're happening within our bodies. And what I'm getting from them now is that they can help us they can help us to it's not really become more aware of the changes. They can help us to maybe it is about becoming more aware, because awareness brings more ease. When we know something's happening, when we know the reason, that's what it is. They can help us to become more aware of the reason. That's what I was struggling to bring out for the shifts. So when we start to notice some shifts in our body, we can start to know that it's an environmental thing, it's an inner physiological thing, it's an emotional thing. They can help us to fine tune where that's coming from, and that is a great source of power. When we start to become aware of our environment, of our inner bodies, there's great power in that. And as I was saying that, as I was struggling to say that, I was feeling a little lightheaded, and I get that way sometimes around bloodstones. So I want to mention that to you guys. Some people will feel queasy around blood, and I'm one of those people. Not so much anymore, since I've been working with my body and working with strengthening my body and getting into more balance. So that doesn't happen as often, but I know that when I get around these dragon bloodstones, that I will sometimes start to feel a little bit lightheaded. And that you were getting that. I was experiencing that real time while I was trying to get that message to you. So I'm glad it happened, because I just want you to be aware of that when working with these stones, in case you are sensitive in that way. So you can be sitting when you work with these stones, or you can just be aware. And if you need to sit. And but don't be afraid of working with them because of that, because they will help you get stronger with that. Like that little moment of that lightheadedness. Wow. Okay, that moment, now I'm feeling this clarity that I didn't have before I started the video. It's almost like my eyes are seeing more clearly. It's kind of hard to describe. So it was that momentary, that moment of feeling lightheadedness was part of the magic. So that once it passed, it's almost like it's clearing my body. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I did not plan all this, as you can see, but yeah. I'm really glad it happened, so that I could go through it with you while it was happening. So I had the experience fresh, so I had the words fresh, so I had the message fresh. And there you go. Enjoy the energy, and please, if you feel like you need to, sit down with these stones, and but don't be afraid of them, because they offer there's a gift at the other side of that queasiness. You just have to get through it. Okay. Enjoy whatever vacations you're going on, or you've been on, or you're in the middle of. Bring a stone with you, or a circle of stones, and notice how it shifts your vacation and how it shifts the traveling part of the vacation. I only talked about the traveling part, but there's more to it. There's this beautiful gift that they bring to us while we're vacationing. It's added bliss. So while we're having that bliss of relaxation, of being in a beautiful place, that's also enhanced through the stone beings. So bring them into your life in that way, and play with them, and see what happens. Only good things can happen. That's been my experience. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love, and I've got really amazing things coming for you guys. So stay tuned, and I'll see you. Oh, and by the way, please do sign up for the newsletter if you're not on our newsletter, because there's more magic that comes in the newsletters, as well as special exclusive offers, but also messages that come sometimes just for the people on the newsletter. So you'll want to sign up for those. And you'll get invited to our monthly live crystal lives, where we go through and get a message from our crystal in group, and I guide you through that experience. And I also will sometimes offer personal messages for people during those times. Okay, now I'm really going. Have an amazing rest of your weekend, and happy and safe travels, my friends.